Hello again. I'm probably Mothman. You're hopefully you. This is the Black Forest. I am hopefully going to be using a little bit of stone to shore up the walls here, and probably just doing a little bit of resource collection. I had a little extra time today, and it's been a couple of days since I've played, and the itch has been building. I desire the Viking shenanigans. Okay, that's... You know, I can work with that. Not quite that. So the hopeful intent will be to sort of extend this earth over to here. It'll probably engulf a little bit of that rock, but the hope will be to give myself enough space over here to do a little bit of further smelting devices once I actually have enough circling cores. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of nuance or finesse to this plan. For right now, we're still kind of in the roughing it stage, admittedly. We have an alright base, we have some, you know, opportunities to go out and get some more resources with relative safety, but at the same time, I like making things out of wood, and they can be very beautiful if done right. I like having the option of stone for at least a few pieces, especially when I start doing, like, larger builds. So there is a part of me that I'm sort of fighting against, trying to get some kind of build going. Not that this doesn't count, mind you, I'm still quite happy with this. That wall's a little cattywampus, admittedly, but we'll get there. It's about the journey, not the destination. I'm hoping the destination looks cool as hell, though. Still very focused on the journey, but, you know, cool destinations are cool. That's sort of straight adjacent. I think that's the best you can hope for in Valheim, is just straight adjacent. I know you can get persnickety and, you know, get proper lines and everything, but I don't know if I've ever had the patience for that fully. I get it about as close as I can stand to focus for a little bit, and I don't know, at a certain point you gotta learn how to work with rough edges and incorporate them in. I say grabbing more stone to obsessively extend this little corner. I thought you were about to give me some advice, little buddy. One, I don't know if a perk, unintended side effect of doing a world with high resource rates, you tend to get enough feathers from just cutting down trees, because they'll occasionally drop from cutting down trees. You'll get enough feathers from that more often than not to satisfy most of your arrow needs. So you don't really ever find yourself in a position where you need to kill birds. You can, if you want to stock up on some feathers, or, you know, maybe your feather stash is half a world away, but... I don't know, as mindlessly resource collecty as I get in Valheim, sometimes it is nice to be able to just choose not to kill an animal if I can help it. I say this fully knowing, like, I am going to see a deer at some point in the near future, not need any deer meat, and just for the purposes of resource collection, my brain is going to go head empty and I'm gonna just attack the deer. I'm gonna feel bad about it when I do. I suppose part of the reason, seeing that tree hit the roof, part of the reason that I'm a little hesitant to really go whole hog into like claiming something like this or building something before I have access to stone is just, yeah, sometimes you find like cool stone structures and you want to do something with them, but you can't repair them at all until you actually have the stone cutter table, which, you know, we're arguably not cosmically far from, but I also want to sit and enjoy the game and not just rush directly to the next boss. You know, I want to build my little Black Forest base, defend it from a troll raid or two. I do think I'm going to crank up the raid rate. Maybe I'll do that next time. Wisdom says crank up raid rate after wall done. And I think we're going to adhere to that wisdom. Alright, this is a little wonky shaped, but I'm gonna just try to... There we go, that's a little bit better. I've gotten the edge to match its own freak. Haha, perfect. Alright, choices to me, babe. One thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a bunch of bronze. And we get all of those unlocks. Let's see, how many... I don't think I need a lot of nails for a cart, and that's admittedly one of my main interests here. Use all of our bronze for some nails there. I have really not been using the bow that much this run. Normally, I really love using bows normally. The starting bow is just... Well, honestly, it's really not bad. I think because I recently played and I had a very nicely upgraded Draugr Fang, I'm going to use it and just kind of mourn the damage I was doing before. Alright, so this is... And I'm task jumping something fierce, but I noticed this was a little bit high, and I don't exactly want critters to be able to rock up this rock, walk up this rock. Now, as far as I can tell, that should be a mite better. And the rest is probably just as well. Alright. Make one there. There is a very solid chance I'm going to make many more carts than I need. But I care not. At some point, I think we're going to make use of this core wood for some building that hub for portals that I talked about. Full up on resin already. The eternal struggle. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to clear some trees anyway, but that may be useful. Right here seems a lovely garden as any. Like a little patch over here. I personally am a fan of sort of greenifying your bases here. I'm gonna go back through and like lay some paths down where I'm going to be walking frequently, but we've hit the phase of the game where I've decided to be aesthetic. Also, it's going to let me very gently kind of edit the size of that cultivated area. There. That's a little bit better. Put some by the side of the house there. I'll likely come back through and clear some of this with the hoe when we need to come and actually put in those other smelting opportunities I was talking about. Honestly, we're gonna get rid of that ladder. I think that's very in the way. It's nice we're getting up to the roof, but if I want to get up to the roof, I probably just find a better way to do it. There we go. That opens up that space a fair bit more. Maybe. I don't know if I really need to get up to the roof anymore is the thing. So, maybe we just won't worry about it. Alright. Little bit of pathing in my life. Little bit of levels of delight. That's probably fine. I'll get some carrot seeds in the dirt and I'll go on my merry questing way. They're probably over here, aren't they? Yes, they are. Wondrous. Alright. I always forget that the plants need like a clear view to the sky. And I have killed many, many plants at Valheim that way. Store the cultivator with some of the seed stuff, and let's bring along a little bit of wood for reasons that will become apparent. It's such a pleasant, like, set of whacks. Like, sometimes I hit it far too fast and it sounds like a cacophony of just noise. Other times it's this lovely little rhythmic like, bing bang boom 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 boom. That's just a delightful sound to me. Makes me want to go out and have all my shit wrecked so I can come back and fix it. Alright, there's some copper that way. Beautiful. Do I feel like digging down? Nah, not this time. We'll get what we can. But we will make life a little bit easier on us. Just because these little buggers do like to pop out occasionally. And make ourselves a nice little retreat up here. If I had to break Valheim down to its base components, I would say that the building experience is just like swapping through snapping options far too fast, and then having to swap through them for far too long because you are going through them far too fast. Or maybe that's just me. In fact, we'd probably get plenty of stone just from the copper. I'd be mildly inclined to take this stone too, but I don't think it's going to do us much good. At least not right now. Can I collect that which lies down in the stone? Maybe? Okay, I might have to break this anyway just to get the copper that's popping up under it. Pickaxe experience is pickaxe experience, I guess. Snack break. And also, if no one's reminded you to have water today, then have water. And this is why you put a workbench close to your mining. It's also what makes the antler pickaxe so useful. So you can just sit and repair with a normal workbench. You don't even need a forge. All the other pickaxes you'll need a forge for. I need to remember I do more damage if I'm standing above it. What have we got so far? Looks like 2 stacks and a little bit of change, and As to stone. Again, I'm not grievously worried because of the resource rate for, you know, getting every single last piece out of the ground. It is very satisfying when you can get the big collapse to happen if you excavate the whole thing and disconnect it from supports, but in my experience, anytime they're like fused into another rock like that, they are very tricky to actually get them to blow up that way. Or maybe it's super easy and I'm just bad. Who knows? Hey ho, hi ho, it's off to work I go. Pickaxe broke, I've got to fix do. That does seem to be the sign that it is turning to night in the dark, or in the Black Forest. I don't really have a fence set up. I'll get what I can and then I'll worry about running back. The troll's not going to spawn immediately. Always good to check. Okay, bet you if I break this last little bit, it'll give me about 3 stacks worth. That is that's an acceptable amount of copper. I'll do the following day. I'll try to run along the coast and pick up tin. Alright. There's a sliver or two left around here, but I think we are going to take what we can get here and then toddle off. My little moth legs aren't strong enough. There we go. Alright, righteous all. Righteous all. Let's cram this junk into here. Puts us doing pretty well for copper. Let's fill up on coal. Take this. Take all of that, and we will cram it into the stone box over here before we grab some shut-eye. Oh, hey, I didn't phase through the stairs that time. It's about as well as it can be, I suppose. A little bit of wood still, that's fine. Is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. That's plenty of wood. If I'm going to be heading away, I should probably just make sure to load up my smelter before I go. So that when I come back, I will have more smelted ore. We're gonna leave the smelter door there for now. Alright. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get this to and from the coast. Admittedly. Okay, let's take that downstairs first. You're in good health. Let's find out. Normally I do this without a cart, but I don't know, I'm inclined to bring it just so I can hopefully get a little bit more tin back. This will be impossible to get back up. It's a rough spot or two, but I think that's pretty navigable. Tin down here. No, that's not it. I might make a temporary little hovel to sleep in if I find myself getting very, very far away from Secondlamp. That cart's also going to start getting really heavy. I suppose what I could do is just use a lot of stamina, I guess, but I guess that's fine. Ah, that's the wrong button. There we go. Kinda impressed that you didn't get staggered there, bud. By no means saying this is the best idea, but it is working in the short interim in which I have used it. So, heck yeah, I guess. I suppose also I don't need near the amount of tin that I do need copper. This is probably a fine place to leave the cart for now. I'm busy. The nerve of some of these grey dwarves. The nerve. I'm gonna put the rocks in there too. There we go. I think that's 10. It is not. I think that's rain. Sneaky tin. Right. That's 3 full stacks of tin, which I'm going to assume will be enough for a little bit. I've already got the cooking pot made, and I think that takes 10. That's probably the biggest single use of it. I'm gonna keep the axe out and all. Hey, just looking for some wood. Love the Black Forest. The wood comes to you. And the stone. And the eyes, I guess. Ooh. That stamina back up. Now, if I hit my maximum for wood, it might be prudent to just hold on to it instead of putting it on the cart, because I am starting to worry a little bit about that hill I have to get back up. In fact, can I... Okay, that helps a little bit. You know, dear, I made a prediction earlier. And I am burdened enough with this cart to make sure that it does not come true. Let's see if we can go up at an angle here. Stamina regen. realize I left that much stone down there. There, all of that can go there. I'm no longer overburdened. Reload that. We'll cram it full of some tin. Ignore the sound of neighbors knocking on the door for a moment. Decide that you don't feel like ignoring the neighbors knocking on the door for a moment. Pardon me? No solicitors. Oh, they destroyed my lamp. I'm gonna do a crafting table about that. Okay, that maybe. Maybe that was not the right verbiage to use, but I'm gonna go put a crafting table over there so that they can't keep spawning and wrecking my lamps. I'm fine having old neighbors, but I start taking exception when they come over and start kicking my lamps down. Not even gonna make it look nice. You wanna go? Queensberry rules. Come on. Alright. I think what we are going to do... Yeah, that's probably a fine height as any. Tis not blocked, tis just my fat ass in the way. Well, it's the way. I have enough stone to make decisions here. And decisions I feel I must make. Hey, look at that, 40 stone. Yeah, let's just pop that corner up. So I can kind of just run it along there pretty easy. that's acceptable. I'm gonna have to re-sod the lawn, but I can make these with that. That doesn't look bad, actually. I don't mind that. Now, if I wanted to do that, I could. Yeah. And now for the variety hour, where probably Mothman talks to himself for a while. Let's cram some of that stone into my pocket. I'm gonna clear some of the other things out of my pocket so I have more room for rocks. See, that was too fast of a repair noise. That wasn't quite the dopamine giver. That's probably a straight enough shot. I have a thought percolating regarding the roof as well. So I'm not sure if I liked the silhouette in the distance. Either run it along there, or I can sort of kick it out to there and then start coming across. There. That one looks like it's gonna line up a little bit better. Now, if I were going to be smart about all of this. So the long and short of what I'm trying to mentally do right now is just, I always find myself, when I'm trying to follow organic shapes in Valheim, I really find myself not being able to make two lines connect. So I will occasionally just start working from both sides and sort of pick a non-discrete, well, no, a discrete midpoint and just kind of let the walls not quite match there and just hide the seam with something. That's it. I might not be doing a worse job here. Nope. Damn. Though, that being said, maybe over here? This is probably gonna be the hangiest corner of the lot anyway, so switch it over to day so I'm not dealing with the chill winds of night. Let's see what we can get done here in the morning. Let's pretend that's not much of a worry right now. And instead, let's keep working with this. Is that still traces about the same path. I can get it to about there. Now there's a non-zero chance I could figure out how to line these up. If I considered the angles that I did, maybe. But I am bad at that, so I'm not going to. I think what we'll do is sort of here towards the corner. Yeah, something like this. We're going to do... We're going to do something else. I don't know if I have the full vision of what that's going to be just yet, but for now, I think what we're going to do is just put some towers here. Maybe this will just be like the back gate. That said, I could loosely try to line these up. They won't be perfectly aligned, but I could make them at least be like the same generic orientation. That might be a little bit less jarring. Yeah, because that's not perfect per se, but I can work with that. Question is just which one we want to build that bar off of. Is that actually snapping? I don't think it is. It's fine, that's fine. What we are doing needs no... Actually a lot of snapping. I was about to say it needs no such fancy tricks, and then I realized it relies entirely on fancy tricks. Oh, wait a heckin' moment. Oh, my genius terrifies me. Either that or I'm just being stupid in a new and exciting way, but either way I'm going to follow through. Because it's Valheim, and that means I don't really have to care about object snapping per se. Because I can just go like that. And now those are actually lined up. That's entering there, so this is still cubed off nicely. Okay. Alright. Very good. That's cool. Can we get some of the gaps there fixed with that? Yes, we can. That is about as sorted as I think it's going to let me make it. Yeah. Alright. We got some back gates. We got a front gate. I'm gonna need a heck of a lot of wood to put some spiked walls around there, but that's looking pretty good. Gotta say, that's looking pretty good. Let me go see how much wood I have. So I might make good on a thought that I'm having. I have enough wood to do something goofy. So, I can certainly appreciate the lattice work up here. I do like this. I think that I want to get up a little bit higher and just... I want to consider doing something a little bit extra. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that I might be able to do another lamp up here. And give Secondlamp a... well, an actual second lamp. Or, you know, make it the second lamp. You know what I mean. I'm gonna do lamp stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What direction does most of this move in? I suppose it doesn't matter too much, but we'll want it visible from a few different directions. So maybe centered here. So if we did that in mind, if we did that, and did, let's do a nice little radial situation here and just see what we're working with. Alrighty. Okay, so if I were to take this and try to turn it into some kind of design product, would I be able to do this? Perhaps. No, but I do think I see what I could do. Now, the getting up here part is a is a bit of a treat, but I also think that it's going to be fairly doable if I give myself opportunities. Yeah, because if I can, yeah, there we go. Then we have a little path up here. All right, perfect. I was trying to figure out if I could actually, you know, refill the lamps once they start running low, but I think that will be less of an issue. So we come here, and instead of going all the way, we do this. This might be a little bit screwy, but it won't let me put it through there. Curious. Oh well, that's fine. It's kind of an interesting shape on its own. Alright. If we did... that. I truly think the only reason I've gotten away with this is the stone providing the full support up here that it does. Yep. Oh wait, it's over in the smelting chest. And while I am going up there, I need the most important reagent. Lamp fuel. And probably a health bar that won't explode immediately upon touching the ground if I fall from the roof, and secondly a hammer that won't break instantly. So I think that... yeah, I think this will be fine. I think there's certainly... I think I could pitch it a little bit taller if I really wanted to do the bother of the steeper angle, but I don't know, I don't think the steeper angle's gonna look quite right. And I think that with all of the other pieces as they are, it's just not going to give the I don't think it's going to look quite right. I think it's going to change the appearance a little bit too much. Now I need to maybe put some stairs over there so I don't, you know, go hurtling down to my death. Alright, alright, there we go. Gravity is fought for the moment. And yeah, you know what, we're actually gonna go, we're gonna do 2 bars across the top there. One just there. And the other running just above. Why? I don't know. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. You know what? We will be consistent in our edge height. I have 36 left, so let's fill that in. And off the cuff, that looks, that seems fine. So let's add some actual light up here. I don't know that this is actually going to do too much for lighting down below, but it'll be... It's at least a lamp of sorts up here. You know, maybe with those last pieces of wood, what I'll do is... There we go, kind of cross it through that. Lines up a bit with the other side while still being a little bit distinct. Not huge into the crisscross nature of like these panels here, I'll admit, but also do like the corner diamonds, so I think those will be far enough out of sight that, you know, I'll notice, but I don't think anyone else will care. Okay. It's a little blocky, perhaps, but not bad. I think I'll throw a few more torches up there just to really fill the space with light. I guess I only have enough for one more. Well, here, I'll grab some more, and then that seems a fine and fair place to leave it. Oh, wrong box. Right box. We're just gonna slap some in each corner, I think, and that way there's fire sticking out of the corners. One there, there. I don't know if it could get much brighter up there. That seems very bright. Which is what we want. Yeah. There we go. That's a vibe. Alright, now here's the question. Is that... Nah, that would make it too easy. Alright. I'm not gonna worry about the finicky little details. I have... well, now I do need a means of getting up to the roof a little bit easier. So I will consider how to do that the next time I need to go reload the torches. But for now, we've a tidy little sum of metals. Got plenty of wood and stone. More core wood that I know what to do with. But I'll find a use. In fact, I have one kind of in mind already, if I am being completely honest. And I think it'll be a good time. It's a little bit... it might be a... well, maybe it's not a ways off at all. I don't know. I do think I want some bronze tools before I futz around with it. But that's okay. Thank you for tuning in again and coming with me on this little journey of documentation. It's been fun to keep recording, to be totally honest. No, not a lot of people are watching, and that's okay. But if you're here, that's cool. So thank you. Peace and love, everybody.